RMS.com. Now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce our second guest. His name is Monty Brule, and he's Chief Marketing Officer with Rapid RMS. Please share with our listeners again, Monty, what is Rapid RMS?
Well, most of your listeners will know Rapid RMS as a point of sale system, so the cash register at their local retailer. Unlike a cash register, we're pretty high tech. We are iPad and cloud-based, so you never lose your data. You can access your data securely and remotely. And people may be familiar with certain brands like Square or Lightspeed or ShopKeep. Those are great for one location, low volume, mom and pop kinds of operations. But the second you start to manage a lot of inventory, you get a second location, you really need something more than that. You outgrow those systems very, very quickly. And with Rapid RMS, we can actually manage a whole chain of convenience stores on our platform. We love inventory. We give our customers unlimited SKUs in our inventory management system. And we really just want to help our clients optimize the business. We use that word over and over again because it's not about, getting the most. It's not just, one number that works for everybody. We want the client to decide what business they want, what's great for them, and we help them produce the optimal result.
Interesting. So if you're a multiple store owner or selling lots of product, and this is a cloud-based system that you can access both from your store location or your home location, this seems like the operating system for you for your point of sales.
Absolutely. And if you've ever priced a cloud-based point of sale system that can manage multiple locations, you're talking about really, really serious money. It can cost you, $10, $15, even $20,000 per register to have that kind of system. We come in at way lower than that. You have, of course, hardware costs. All of our hardware you can buy off the shelf, so you don't have to pay extra because we've got proprietary hardware. You can go to Best Buy, pick up a couple of iPads, get a receipt printer, and you're in business. But we offer a monthly software as a service platform. So for, $49 a month, you can have a state-of-the-art point of sale system and you're not out of pocket $15,000.
And I think that is probably a big hurdle that most retailers are out there wishing they didn't have to jump over, the price that it takes to get that, reliable, talking system that talks amongst all the different points of sales. And you can just do that for a fraction of the cost. What about the training involved for all this? How long does that take and how intricate is that?
Well, if you are particularly a young person who is accustomed to using a notebook computer, then or an iPad, then you're going to learn our system very, very easily. If you're long in the tooth like I am, then maybe you've got to play around with it for a little bit. But in every case, when we've installed a system and we've gone in to train the staff, probably within 30 minutes to an hour, the staff has sort of taken over the training. They're saying, "Oh yes, I see if I do this, I can see this in my inventory management." So it's very intuitive. It takes very little thought once you've gotten used to working with the system.
And that is good to know because that makes their job easier as an associate in that store, not having to be fumbling over some of these computer programs just to make a sale for one item. And it sounds like you said this is very intuitive. Associates at the retail locations can pick it up quickly and begin to just go back to their regular day of work.
Absolutely. If you're a retailer, you want to be selling merchandise. You don't want to be learning a system.
That's right.
And so our system's very easy, and we want you focused on your core business, not on setting up an IT department because you bought a new point of sale system.
Now, what about here in Chattanooga? Are you servicing businesses outside the community or only here in the city?
We're, of course, headquartered here in Chattanooga, but we have customers all around the United States. We've got about 20 customers in Kansas City, which has been a good market for us. And you can find us throughout the Southeast primarily.
Excellent. So you're rapidly expanding and going into other markets. And another thing that's happening here that we're familiar with at Business Radio X is the implementation of the chip into these new credit cards out there.
EMV.
How is that affecting your business?
Well, I have to say that the credit card industry as a whole was not very well prepared for EMV. Right now, this October, if you are a retailer with a point of sale system in your store, then you have to be ready to accept credit cards that have the chip. Now, if you are a convenience store operator and you've got pay at the pump, you've got a little longer. You don't have to be EMV compliant until October of 2017.
Okay.
But all of our systems are already totally EMV compliant. We actually are developing some pretty interesting payment options targeted toward pay at the pump. I can't reveal those today, but as we get closer to October of 2017, you're going to hear about Rapid RMS and the role we're going to play in helping independent convenience stores all across the country become compliant at a fraction of the cost of the traditional methodologies.
Very nice. You'll have to come back on the show here, Chattanooga Business Radio, and share the breaking news with our listeners when your time to launch the new software and whatnot there. So we look forward to that. Now, let's go back up here a little minute and talk about your background. Is it in the software side of things? Is it in the retail management side of things? What brought you to Rapid RMS and then take it from here?
Well, I would have to say a couple of things. One, my background is primarily in marketing. I worked for many years for the largest Coca-Cola bottler, which was headquartered here in Chattanooga. But then I got the entrepreneurial bug. Mm-hmm. And so if you look at my resume, you'll see that I've done everything from commercial construction to magazine publishing, and now I'm so happy to be a part of this technology startup, Rapid RMS.
Yeah, and so let's talk about the behind-the-scenes thing. Where is the technology that you guys are leading this charge? Is it in the software of things? Is the implementation of it to the actual retailers? Where's your kind of wheelhouse, so to speak, when it comes to your products and services?
So now everybody probably has a smartphone and they have a smart TV. Mm-hmm. So that means at some point you're dealing with a dumb phone and a dumb TV. Well, we're the next generation of point of sale. So if you're looking at a cash register or you're looking at a PC-based point of sale system, you haven't come into the smart era of point of sale yet. So what we offer is really in the software side, because again, most retailers don't understand just how much money they have tied up in their inventory. And when a vendor comes in, when your distributor comes in and says, I've got a deal, they mean it's a deal for them. It's not a deal for you. You need the data to know whether or not you should take that discounted case, because that deal is only a deal if you can sell the merchandise. If that is going to sit in your stock room for the next year, it wasn't such a good deal for you. Yeah. So we give all of our customers the management tools they need to really, as I've said, optimize the performance of their business.
Yeah, so your software is really setting yourself apart from your competition out there.
Oh, absolutely. I have yet to make the sales call or talk to a retailer who couldn't be made better off by our product, particularly at our price point. Again, if you've got deep pockets and you want to go to NCR or you want IBM to design a custom point of sale system for you, sure, you can spend that kind of money and you can have that. But for the budgets of your average everyday liquor store owner, vitamin shop owner, mm-hmm. tobacco shop owner, for those individuals, we are a bargain. Our system should pay for itself when you buy Rapid RMS.
And how are you out there actively marketing your services to these organizations, or how does business find you?
Well, currently we're offering a free trial on iTunes. Customers can go to rapidrms.com and access that download as well. And quite frankly, we do a lot of word of mouth business. When our customers get accustomed to using our product, then they're eager to pass on the good news to their friends and family.
So good referrals, just continuing doing good work, servicing the community, you find that business keeps coming back to you.
Absolutely.
Right. But what about trying to get into some of these other markets? You mentioned you're in Kansas City. It's kind of a long ways from Chattanooga. How'd you find yourself getting a foothold there? And what are there some other markets you would like to get into going forward in 2016?
Well, the first account that we got in Kansas City was a referral, and as I said, people talk about the global economy. It's nothing for someone to have a convenience store in Chattanooga, but maybe have a family member in Seattle who also has a convenience store. And because we're cloud-based, you can download our software without our physically having to be there. We really have no geographic limitations in terms of the market area that we can service.
That's great. So we certainly think that this is bringing that element of sophistication and reliability to the small business. Just like you said, instead of going with these big organizations out there and paying tens of thousands of dollars, you can get that same platform, but customized to you and your retail location, no matter what it may be or how many products you may have.
Absolutely. And again, I want to emphasize the cloud-based portion of it. A lot of people are afraid of the cloud. They think, well, my data is existing out there on some server and it's vulnerable. But with our product, we have point-to-point encryption. Your data, your customer's credit card data, it's never stored anywhere on our system. It's encrypted from the time you swipe the credit card and until it goes to the ultimate credit card processor. So we're much safer. I mean, if you've got a PC-based point of sale system, someone can spill a Coke on it right now, and that'll be the end of your data.
Yeah. So keep those Coca-Colas away from the cash register if you're on that type of setup over there. Now, one question that I have for you that I know a lot of our listeners out there are wondering as well, especially those who are in business, is what can the average retailer do right now to increase their profits by at least 10%?
Well, the most important thing, again, is effectively managing your inventory, because if you think that there are certain products on your shelves that you haven't sold in the last 6 months, I guarantee you when we check it, it's going to be really the last year that product has been sitting there. So the very first thing that you can do to increase your profit is by having superior inventory management. The other thing that I would say is a lot of times when a business is growing, you start off and you just have family members working in the store. So you may not be concerned with efficiencies. You may not have a lot of employee controls. But as you begin to hire non-family member employees, putting those proper financial controls in place and operating your business efficiently are very important. And again, our system does the thinking for you. You don't have to be there thinking that. All you have to do is set certain parameters, and then Rapid RMS will do the rest.
Yeah, talking about over inventory or overstocking, that sounds like my refrigerator. If I could just have the same system, so I'd stop buying all the stuff that just lives in the back of the refrigerator and never gets used, I would be able to manage my money a little bit differently. So this really, puts it in perspective for folks, how much inventory you have, where it is, how fast it's moving, and what you can do to kind of streamline those operations.
Exactly. I mean, here we are, a week after Halloween. I'm sure there are a bunch of retailers looking at a bunch of Halloween candy saying, I wish I hadn't ordered, quite so much of this. And what am I going to do with this? Yeah. So, with an inventory management system, for example, you can look back at a particular date and you can see, what did I sell on this date last year? What did I sell on this date 2 years ago? And it gives you an idea of the proper inventory that you should have on hand.
Very good. And when in 2016 is rapidly approaching us, where do you see Rapid RMS going in the next year or more?
Well, just like our customers, we are on a high growth trajectory. We want to expand beyond the Southeast. We want to establish a national footprint, of course, maintaining Chattanooga as our home. And, the reviews of our product have been great. The reception from the market has been awesome. And we couldn't be more happy or enthusiastic about what 2016 is going to hold for us.
And we're excited for you, and I know good things are going to happen. And if we can help you here at Business Radio X get the word out about your mission and how you're changing the world of retailers and point of sale operating systems, please let us know. We'd be happy to feature you again or some of your happy clients out there about using your services. So Monty Brule with Rapid RMS, he is Chief Marketing Officer. Please tell our listeners how they can find out more information about your services.
Of course, listeners can always go to rapidrms.com. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/rapidrms. And you can follow us on Twitter by going to twitter.com/rapidrms.
Definitely connect with them on the social media platforms out there, also to include LinkedIn, Rapid RMS, and Facebook, Rapid RMS. Make sure you link up with them there. So thank you so much, Monty, once again for joining us here on Chattanooga Business Radio. Please come back whenever your time allows or you have a new story to share.